richest men, or once one of the richest men in America today, Alan Stanford, in court to face fraud charges connected to his $7 billion Ponzi scheme. Stanford following in the footsteps of this year's famous fraudster, Bernie Madoff, and all being followed by the president's push for more financial regulation so that we never again see either. But is there any amount of regulation that could stop this sort of thing? Mark, what do you think?
Well, I think you can't legislate away stupidity, but by the same token, we need to do something about this.
Thank goodness it would ruin my career, but go ahead.
Right, this shadow economy that exists out there. We need to know more about what's going on with the hedge funds. There needs to be more disclosure. We need to know more what people like Jonathan are doing out there, because this is what's created a lot of the problem and led to the economic downfall.
Put down, Jonathan, your
Mark,
turn.
How did I, well, yeah, I don't know, Mark, how I created the problem and contributed to the downfall.
Well, it's your people that brought the economy down.
It's you people.
Well, you know, it's me, my
what
people.
Do you mean,
let our audience just figure out what that means.
I mean the hedge funds.
Ironically, Neil, Madoff was regulated and registered with the SEC. Stanford was regulated and registered with the SEC. So both these entities, who actually, unlike me, caused financial harm, committed fraud and malfeasance, were regulated and registered by your beloved SEC, Mark. So where the hell were they when whistleblowers dropped news on their doorsteps and they ignored it for years?
That's primarily the point of you can't legislate away stupidity. But what about all the hedge funds that have created problems with the speculation? What about the derivative problems?
All right, guys, we're getting a little off topic, and I know what you're saying, but Gary, I just think, you know, it's not a matter of more cops, it's smarter cops. I keep saying it, but we never got the smarter cops, and this keeps happening. What do you do?
Well, you know what, Neil, I think you actually go the other way. I think you let the market decide in this case. Look, it's all going to come down to, even if you have the most regulation in the world, all it takes is one accountant to make up a sheet of numbers, put it into a spreadsheet, and send it off to the SEC. If people are willing to trust, if I came to you, Neil, I have this long track record, invest $100 with me, I'm going to turn it into $1,000, and here's the data, and it's been signed off by the SEC, you'll probably go for it. So, you know what Mark's saying, you can't legislate against stupidity. Yeah,
Lizzie,
and so what happens is those people go through.
I agree with Gary B. in this sense, is that too often people let their investments go on autopilot. They don't challenge their investment advisors, sort of like not challenging, you know, your doctor when they're making giving you stupid opinions or over-claiming things.
But how do you know with your doctor or your investment advisor in whom you place great trust?
If you get steady 10% returns year after year, that's highly dubious. So, you know, the thing is with the regulators, though, and watch this, Jonathan. Jonathan's absolutely right. You know, the New York Stock Exchange had their own regulatory body that could have caught Bernie Madoff's trades. That was rolled up into this FINRA organization that's in a sleepy suburb of Washington,
We don't do anything, Lizzie? We don't do anything at all?
No, you know, but the thing is these agencies answer to Congress. They get their budget set by Congress, which gets paid by
regulators have failed, and we got to do something, right?
Yes, we need to do something. I mean, look, for people who are like Madoff that deliberately are trying to fool or go around and circumvent things, there's nothing we can do about that. But free market? Come on. That's what got us into the whole problem in the first place.
Free market it was the Fed thinking they can lower rates and the Congress not overlooking Fannie and Freddie. And now you're putting the same wolves in charge of the hen house.
But the free market is a free-for-all now. We got to put the guardrails up.
Well, I thought we had guardrails. They just failed.
They were like macaroni noodles right now.
I would just like to know more about this shadow economy that Jonathan works in. It's very shadowy. It's very sinister.
In a free market, people have to compete for reputation. And Neil, that's the problem with regulation. It gives any fly-by-nighter the appearance of credibility simply because that SEC blessing.
Good points all. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I'm glad you're on remotes here because